493.
Hello.
Hi.
Have your license and insurance, please?
My insurance is on my phone.
That's fine. Where are you coming from tonight?
A trivia place.
Okay. Where at?
I don't remember the name. I'm sorry.
You know, like what town?
Lake Zurich.
Lake Zurich. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that at a bar?
Yeah.
Okay. Just your current address?
Yeah.
Round Lake?
Yeah, in Round Lake Beach.
You've been stopped in the past 6 months?
No.
No? Okay. Is there any reason you were having a hard time staying in the lane?
Just because of the rain. I can't.
Because of the rain?
Yeah, and also because it's night.
Okay, but you're the only one having that problem. I'm not having that problem. The other drivers on the road aren't having that problem. And you literally, like, pretty much went off the road, like, twice, you know.
Okay.
Well out of the lane lines a few times.
Okay.
Were you on your phone or something?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any open alcohol in the car?
I don't know.
No? So that was that Summer Shandy over there? That's not open?
Don't see. I'm sorry. I don't see where you're pointing at.
I'm sorry?
I don't see where you're pointing at.
Right back there?
No, that's not open.
Okay. Do you have anything to drink tonight?
I did.
Okay. What were you drinking?
Beer.
Beer? How many beers do you have?
3.
3? What time do you start drinking?
7:30.
7:30. Okay, what time you stop?
Not even a half hour ago.
Half hour ago?
Not
No.
even.
Okay. What kind of beer were you drinking?
Like ales. I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's just like what brand? I'm not like, you know, what IPA or like what's, you know what I'm saying?
It was a brewery bar, so I think they
Brew their own? Okay.
I'm really sorry. I don't really know the password. It's my husband.
Okay. So I'm sorry, how many beers did you say you had?
3.
3? Just 3, or you think 3, or like you know for sure just 3?
I think 3.
You think 3? Okay. Code 4, I'm gonna check 55. Okay, I'll give you a minute to look it up, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We just got our new ones in the mail, and I don't know how to use the app. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thanks. I am going to give her a breath test because it's cold and rainy, and we'll see where we're at. She said she had 3 beers. She was like pretty much off the road. So we'll see what she did.
Location.
You figured it out?
I'm trying to call my husband, and he's not answering.
All right, you go by Savanna?
Yeah.
Okay, Savanna. So, it's cold and rainy. Okay, you said you had a few drinks. So, I'm going to give you a breath test, and then we'll, as opposed to getting you out and running through field sobriety tests, depending on where you blow, we'll see if we need to do those. But I'm going to have you give a breath test, and then we'll see where to go from there, okay? So, I'm going to have you take a deep breath in.
I'm sorry, I would prefer not to consent to that.
Okay. Is there a specific reason?
I've just been told not to in the past.
Okay.
So
Because that makes me more concerned that you may have had more to drink than you told me, and maybe not, but if you're refusing to allow me to, see where you're at.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, would you be willing to do field sobriety tests?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I mean,
I'm sorry.
it's like they're doing the same thing, except now you're going to have to get out in the cold, wet rain, and it's going to take longer, as opposed to seeing where you're at on this, and then we can see where we go from there. But that's up to you. I mean, you can legally refuse to do so, but, again, without doing this, or at least the fields, I'm not gonna let you drive away from here, at least based on what you've told me and the driving that I've seen. So
I would just prefer to do a field one.
okay, why don't you step out for me? All right, step back here for me, okay? So, just stand right there with this officer. I'm going to turn my front lights off here. Okay, I'm going to have you step right here on the line in front of me and face me, okay? Right here in front of me where my light is, and face me, okay? So keep your hands by your sides and your feet together, okay? So what I'm going to have you do is follow the tip of my finger with just your eyes and your eyes only, keeping your head still, okay? Keep your head straight and still, and just follow the tip of my finger with your eyes. You understand those instructions?
Yep.
Okay, and you can focus on the tip of my finger? Can you focus on the tip of my finger? Okay. And are you wearing contacts?
Contacts.
Okay, are they bothering you or anything at all?
Nope.
Okay. And have you had any head or eye injuries that I should be aware of?
Nope.
Okay, it's going to take about a minute and a half. Don't stop following it until I'm done, okay?
Okay.
Sir.
Clear the discharge code that has state caution. DOT states that the respondent shall surrender all firearms to walking in state.
One more pass each way, okay?
Okay.
Okay. The next thing I'm going to have you do How about you turn and face my squad car, okay?
My contact just fell out.
It just fell out?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to put it back in?
You can see it on my finger.
Yeah, I see it. Is that normal?
No.
I used to wear contacts when I was in like high school, but
I hate contacts. I want
I
my
hear
see
ya.
so bad.
it's what I got, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is I don't want you to start anything till I completely instructed and demonstrated this exercise for you, okay? So during this exercise, you're going to pick 1 foot up off the ground, about 6 inches off the ground. You're going to keep your hands, both hands by your sides, not using them to balance, just keep them directly by your side. You're going to count out loud like so. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. You're going to keep both legs straight. And I don't want you to stop or put your foot down until I tell you to stop. You're also going to be watching your foot with your eyes while you're doing this.
Okay.
Do you have any questions on that?
No, but I have a concern.
Okay.
I've been seeing a chiropractor for a hip issue.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
check
I
up
see a
on that?
chiropractor for a back issue and stuff too, so I understand it's not
on my left,
maybe
so-
like, well, you can pick whichever leg you prefer.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else that might prevent you from performing this exercise?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, hang on. I just gotta turn my timer on here on my phone, okay?
Okay, so count to 5,000.
Nope. Just keep on counting. You'll go to about 30,000, but I don't want you to stop until I tell you to stop, okay?
Okay.
Okay, begin.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 16, 1,000, 17, 1,000, 18, 1,000, 19, 1,000, 21,000.
Okay, we're gonna stop there, okay?
Okay.
So next thing I'm gonna have you do is a walk and turn. So I'm gonna have you back up a few feet, right to kind of where your bumper is on your vehicle. And then we're gonna use this line, okay? So right now I want you to stand on the line with your right foot in front of your left foot, heel to toe. Okay, I want you to maintain that position until I tell you to start, all right? It's gonna go like this. You're gonna take 9 heel to toe steps forward. I'm gonna demonstrate a specific turn for you, and you're gonna take 9 heel to toe steps back. You're gonna keep your hands by your sides again. Don't use them to balance, keep them by your side. You're gonna be watching your feet while you're walking. Again, counting each step out loud. I want you to stay on that line, do not step off the line, and then I'll demonstrate the turn for you. It's gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get to that 9th step, you're going to 9. Keep your front foot planted on the line. Take your back foot. Make small pivot steps till you're facing the opposite direction. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 9. Okay? I don't want you to stop until you completed both ways. Do you have any questions on any of that? I can repeat the instructions if you have any questions.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Again, anything else that might prevent you from doing that other than what you already stated?
No, nothing than what I already stated.
Okay. All right, you may begin.
9.
And remember, keep your hands by your side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. You know your ABCs? Okay. I'm not going to ask you to say them backwards. I can't even do that myself, okay?
Okay.
But I am going to ask you to recite it from F to U, just F to U,
Okay.
without stopping. Okay?
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, you can do that.
FGHIJKLMNOPQRSTU.
Okay. So you didn't do so hot on those field sobriety tests. Okay?
Yeah.
So based on that, especially your eyes, let your eyes give it away, okay? Because you can't control your eye movement. All right? You can more so control your physical movements to an extent. I would still like to get a breath test from you. A breath test cannot be used to convict you of guilt in a DUI criminal trial. Okay, a preliminary one, which I would ask to do out here. Okay. It can only be used for what's called a summary suspension hearing, which is more of a civil thing. So, again, it's up to you. You can refuse, but I will have to go based on what I have seen to this point. Okay?
I know I'm going to fail the breath test, so
Why is that?
I've had more than 3 beers in 3 hours, so
Okay. How many have you had?
3.
You just said you've had more than 3 beers in 3 hours.
No, I said I had 3 in 3 hours.
But you just said you would fail it, and I said, why? You said because you had more than 3 beers in 3 hours.
But like I said, I started drinking at 7:30,
Yeah.
and I have sipped 3 beers
Okay.
until it's about 11:30.
Okay.
About now, right?
If that is all you've had, and you're being honest with me, you will not fail the breath test. Okay? If that is all you've had. Three beers in 4 hours. I mean, it's pretty much 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. You will not fail the breath test.
I just don't feel comfortable taking one, so I decline.
Okay. All right. So, based on that, I'm going to have to arrest you for DUI. Okay. So put your hands behind your back.
Can I have my phone?
Yeah, we'll grab your phone and your wallet.
My wallet is in my phone, just so you know. It's everything I need.
Have you had a DUI before?
No.
Okay.
I got a flashlight. You got a light? I just can't remember which ones I have. Oops. Alright, you have anything on you that can stick me, poke me, hurt me? Okay, I'm just gonna move your hair.
8105, one across the for 55 front light.
Okay. That's fine. So why don't we just take one step over for me? Are there inside pockets in your jacket?
I don't think so. There might be.
Sorry, I don't want to get your hair caught in the zipper. You just move your feet apart for me.
You just, yeah, if you could do the inventory so I can have that.
And this one. Careful, because there's...
Push to start.
Yeah.
Do you have the keys in?
The key is in my fanny pack. It's on the passenger seat.
So phone and purse.
Phone and fanny pack / purse.
All right. I'll grab those for you. Careful, because this is icy still. Just go ahead and step over a little. Yeah. I won't let it fall. No, we're going to this one. He's got a dog back there. All right, now I can have you step over, guys. Great. Just so you know, the breath test out here, it's not a trick. If you'd only had 3, you'd be like at a .045, which is under the legal limit. So I just want you to know he wasn't trying to trick you. And if you're under, this would be a shame because now your car gets towed and everything, you know?
Yeah.
I think the goal there was to hopefully just get you home if you were under the limit, but just maybe a little too impaired to drive, you know?
Yeah.
So. Move over just a little. No, you're fine. It's here we go. My flashlight. The one I'm carrying is working, so. Okay, you're good. I'll be 11 hour in the post to an adult female getting my injury.
What's gonna happen to my car?
It's being towed.
Can you tell me where I can pick it up? Or where my husband can pick it up?
All that information will be at Mike's Towing, but you won't be able to pick it up for 12 hours.
That's fine. I just want to know where I can get it. Mike's Towing. Okay. Woman to woman, can you do me a favor when we get there?
Yeah.
Can you zip up my pants and button them?
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you go out to eat tonight?
No, I'm just fat and my pants don't fit.
I feel you. Do not look back.
So if ever I have anything, I have to unbutton and unzip them, and I don't want to be in a cell with unbuttoned and unzipped pants.
19098 I mean, I'm gonna take your handcuffs off, so
So I could do it?
yeah.
Thank you.
Like, as soon as we get in there.
That far now.
Go ahead, Sarah.